I'm going to invite everyone to stand on up, and we're going to sing our opening tune.
I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the beautiful love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening.
All right, everyone, say hello to your neighbor. All right, blues, here we go.
I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous light of the one.
Switch. I'm opening up in sweet surrender.
I'm opening, I'm
Opening up in sweet surrender.
I'm sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Woo! Trio, the Elevate Trio, thank you. Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums. And the tiny but mighty VTC choir in the community seats tonight. Thank you. All right, so thank you for being here today, and thank you for your presence. It is such a wonderful delight to come here every single Wednesday, and there is something magical and special about this in the wintertime when it's dark and all the twinkle lights are on and we only have half the room lit up. So thank you for bringing your magic to this room, to this event. So there's no one new here. Well, actually, no, there is. Who's here for the first time tonight? For Elevate. All right, Grace. Okay, so everybody else, let's let Grace know how delighted we are that she's here with us. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. So we come together, whether it's on Elevate, on Celebrate on Sunday, or many, many other events that we host here at BTC, to basically do one thing and one thing only. And that's to remember that there's only one thing going on. Whether you call it creativity, energy, whether you call it source, spirit, universe, whether you call it God or something else entirely, that's not nearly as important as the thing itself that we are here to remind ourselves of and to really, really embrace and more fully embody. And so, hey, come on in. And so we are here to remind ourselves and to remind each other that not only is this one thing the thing that is happening, but it is the very essence of everyone and everything. So Keely is that thing. Stephanie is that thing. Caitlin is that thing. Glenn is that thing. Everyone present here, everyone who's tuning in online, everyone that is, was, and ever will be is that thing. And it's up to us every moment of every day to remember that and then to more fully embody that, because nobody else can do that for us. So what we get to do is we get to decide how we want to embody more of that, what it is that we want to tune into, to have our souls stirred, to have our minds opened, to have our hearts opened and expanded as well. So how does that sound on a lovely, mystical winter, Wednesday evening in December? Awesome. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. And so let us also remember where it is that we are doing all of this expanding, opening, and activating. That we're on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees, and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at some of the information that is offered on the Esquimalt Nation's website, they have this beautiful quote about learning to live in a finely balanced relationship with the seasons, the lands, the tides, and the seasons of life that have sustained them for thousands upon thousands of years. And so they are talking about this incredible, amazing stewardship that is so incredibly important to them. They're talking about a sacred trust between them and the land that they are on, that they are using, that they are nurturing, that is giving back to them. And so if we take a lesson from them, if we sort of move into this call to action and this affirmation that they are showing us, then this is something that we can do more wholeheartedly ourselves. We can be more aware of the connection to the land, to everyone and everything around us. And as we do, then guess what it is that we're doing? We are further activating that incredible, amazing, divine, energetic flow, whatever you want to call it, that is the very beingness of everyone and everything. So grateful to be able to live and breathe and work and play right here, right now, on these traditional stewarded lands. Haishka. All right, gentlemen, time for some more music, a reflective tune. So much gratitude. Feeling the blessing and the gift of this moment of being right here, right now. In all of that magic and wonder and artistry and playfulness, knowing that all of that is that one incredible, amazing, divine, energetic flow that is the very essence, the very foundation, the very wonder of everyone and everything, expressing, lingering, activating, right here, right now, and always. And so knowing that our time together unfolds in friendship, in community, with so much artistry and harmony and beauty and playfulness, I'm so grateful to know that every single moment is a brand spanking new opportunity to lean in, to embrace, to more fully embody that incredible, amazing awesomeness, that kaleidoscopic imagination that each and every one of us is. And so for everything that is present, for everything that has been offered so far, for everything that is on its way, I'm so eternally grateful as our community grows, as VTC evolves, knowing that our very time together today is part of this incredible dynamic evolution of expression, of joy, of creativity, of love. So for all the love that is present, knowing there is always so much more to lean into, to be infused by, I simply release my word as law, knowing that this elevate tonight is already a beautiful, brilliant, successful, done deal in the universal mind of spirit and source and universe at the infinite potentiality of the quantum field. So I release, I let go, I bask in the love and the joy and the flow as together we affirm, and so it is. And now if you would like to express your gratitude and appreciation for the band. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, so beautiful every time. And that sounded a little more modern than maybe last week. I don't know. What was that, Pablo?
Well, it's a Brazilian composer, but it's very experimental and fusion, right? So it's Egberto is Monty.
Okay. Yeah, no, so playful. Just so much going on there.
Yeah,
So
it's
lyrical and beautiful. Thank you. Well, that illuminated some joy and playfulness in me. I don't know about you guys. What a segue. So our theme for the month is illuminate, or as one of our members on Sundays has mentioned, this could also be a noun, illuminate. And Gail was our member on Sunday who mentioned this and saying when she looked this up in the dictionary, then of course it's a verb to enlighten, to make something brighter, to know more. But if you use it as a noun, then it means someone or something that is lit up, illuminated, aware of their brilliance, aware of the awesomeness within them. So that kind of means that every single one of us here is an illuminate, right? We are a community of illuminates that are continuing to illuminate the incredible, amazing potential, the dynamism, the vitality, the vibrancy that exists in each and every one of us, and in this community that is unfolding, unfurling, and evolving into being. So we have a beautiful affirmation to go with. With every breath, I illuminate the wisdom, beauty, and harmony of my soul and the infinite possibilities of my life. And so what I would like to know is what's going on for people regarding this theme this month? What's happening right now in this moment, the present moment? What's going on for you as you hear that affirmation? So there is a microphone here. I'm going to hand it out to Caitlin in the audience because I don't want to be super close to it. And then, Caitlin, if you have something you want to offer, or if there's someone else who would like to share, who would like to offer something about illuminate, or maybe feeling like an illuminate in this moment, right here, right now? Stephanie.
So, the last 2 years, I have not had an office to see my clients in. I've been in the community, and that's been great. But recently, I created this opportunity through a conversation with Caitlin that I wanted an office space. And that has come to fruition. And so in January, we'll be moving into a new space, and Caitlin will be coming in February.
Hey,
And
that's
it's very
amazing.
exciting because I've actually never had my own office. I've always shared a space with someone. But that person was already sort of set up, and then I joined in with them, and this is very different. And so what comes up for me, partially from the quote that you shared today, but like stepping into risk and actually having a sense of peace about it, and that feels like illuminate to me. It's like there's this opportunity, I have no idea how it's going to go, and I'm just fully trusting and feeling like there's harmony, like present, and I have no idea what I'm going to create. Like it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Because I do amazing work, but there's something more that I'm to be doing now in this space.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what it is, which is really cool.
Wow.
To be actually at peace. That feels like illuminate to me. That's what it brings up. So I wanted to share that.
Beautiful. Thank you, and congratulations to you both. That's so exciting. Community right here happening. Right on. That's awesome. Okay, so anyone else have something they'd like to share about illuminate or whatever it is that's coming up for them regarding that? Okay. All right, Keely.
Well, it's been illuminated to me that people here care about handing me the microphone, because I didn't even get up. But I feel like, I guess with saying it as a person, it's kind of like you're a glowing ball, and sometimes you don't know what the light outside of you is going to be, so you kind of just have to trust that you're expressing this light and it's showing up. You know, like a plant, when it starts as a seed, It doesn't know for certain if it will be able to make it to the surface and to grow. And so when it gets there and that light is illuminated in the day, it's a brilliant, beautiful thing for it. And I feel like that's that word. It's a brilliant, beautiful, illuminating essence.
Right on. Thank you, Keely. Thank you very much. Anyone else want to offer something? One last share? Well, sure. All right, Winnie. Thank you.
I had an experience happen today where I guess I feel illuminated. I'm very excited. I had a sore foot for about 10 days. And today I was in the presence of a friend who is a PT, physiotherapist. Mm-hmm. And I'm just in my own living room. And she was listening to me and said, "Give it to me." And she took my foot. I was wearing a wonderful, cozy, comfortable slipper. She took it off. It was barefoot. And she started to work on it. Then she said, "Come and lie down. Let's do this. Do you mind? I have to pull your foot." So I said, "What is that?" "I've seen this on TV, but not in real life, you know." "Okay, how long will it take?" 5 seconds. I said, "Okay." And so I lay there trusting, and I was thinking about the word trust. You were speaking about trusting, you don't know what's coming. Boom. She said, "Just breathe." And she's just rubbing a little, and it's hurting a little bit, and then suddenly, boom, she pulled it. I can walk again. I'm ecstatic. Because I'm feeling this excitement about trusting the universe. In my bedroom, I have a sauna of all things, and there's a light on the outside of the sauna that hasn't been working for about 4 months. Last night at 2:30 in the morning, it came on, boom, and it's very bright.
Yeah.
And I'm sound asleep. And I thought, oh, it's morning already. Wow, what a good sleep, you know. And I opened my eyes, and I saw the light and thought of my mom, because she passed away in 2020, and her ashes are in my bedroom. Mm-hmm. And I thought, she's talking to me. "Hi, Mom," I said. It stayed on for about a minute and went off. It hasn't come back on.
Wow.
And I think she was telling me, because my foot was really bothering me last night, and she said, "I just trust something's coming up. I'm going to help you." So that's my little story about Illuminate.
Beautiful.
And, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And I love that the two of you brought up trust. Hold on to that, because there's something about trust coming in the talk. All right, thank you. So we still have, a couple of more weeks to lean into this theme and this affirmation and what it is that is being illuminated, or what it is that we're illuminating, for ourselves or everyone around us. So thank you for participating. And now we're going to move on to the feature tune.
This is a tune that some of you may know. And if you do, feel free to sing along. The only trick is we might sing slightly different lyrics, but that's okay. This is a song that was introduced to me by my wonderful daughter. Hopefully she'll sing along too. It's a totally illuminating song. It's called Firework. That's how illuminating it is. It's a bit of like like one of those pop songs that exists all over the known universe now, except to jazz musicians. We don't know about them. They're brand new to us. We don't know anything before 1940, or after 1940. So, anyways, we hope you enjoy. This is our version. It certainly might be. We don't know yet. We've never done it. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel just so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under, scream, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'cause there's a spark in you, and you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine just on the night like a fountain of the light. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em say, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em say, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave 'em all in awe, oh, oh. You don't have to feel like a wasted space, as your original cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe the reason why all your doors are closed, so you can open up the one that leads the perfect road. You don't have to feel like there's no time, 'cause you're a wonderful, and you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine just on the night like a 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em say, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em say, oh, oh, oh. Leave 'em all in interlude. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you. Now you gotta let it through. Again. Boom, boom, boom. All down the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you. Now you gotta let it through. Just on the night like the 4th of July. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em say, oh, oh, oh. Lift across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em say, oh, oh, Pablo Cardenas, Peter Dowse,
Kelby MacNayr.
the VTC Choir.
Big Katy Perry in the house. Woo! Pop anthem. Just when Kelby was telling me yesterday this morning, I can't remember when we talked about this, but this was the song that he had chosen that was coming up, like all roads point to firework. Then it reminded me of several years ago of when our daughter Milana sang that song at the Center for Spiritual Living when I think she was 13 years old, and it was her first sort of like debut, outside of school. And I just remember the little outfit she wore, and she was there with Danielle LeBeau-Peterson playing on guitar, and it was just such an amazing, proud mama moment, And so now to hear that this song is something that Kelby got to know because of his daughter, I just think is so cool. So thank you for bringing it to VTC today the way you guys did. All right, so this isn't a test, but there was a newsletter that Sherry put out early this morning. Who here read it? All right, yay! Okay, so she wrote the newsletter. It was such a good one. I really invite you guys to check it out. Sherry sends a newsletter almost every single Tuesday, and it is meant to be inspirational content. And so she pours through one of my talks and kind of picks out all of the nuggets and the little insights and bits of wisdom, and then ties it into something that she's been experiencing in her life recently, and then just puts out this amazing, amazing newsletter. So I really invite you, if you haven't checked it out, please check it out because she works really hard on it. Anyway, so today she wrote this newsletter, and it went back to last week's talk, which was the space in between, which was really neat because after the talk, after conscious conversation, a lot of people said, like, whoa, I was just talking about that, whether it was with a client or the musicians downstairs, or I was just in conversation with someone about it, thinking about the space in between. And then the next day here at the revival with Anne-Marie Hogia, which was amazing. If you haven't been to one of those ecstatic dance sessions, there's another one happening here next Thursday, the 19th. So good. Anyway, we're all dancing around. Everyone's doing their own thing on the dance floor, and she's set up over there as the DJ. And every now and then she would just sort of say something and encourage us to tune into something. And at one point, she asked us to tune into the space in between. And Sherry and I stopped dancing and just find each other across the dance floor, like, what is this? And then as I'm talking, and actually it was that morning, when I was hanging out with Sherry and Kevin, and we had just done a breathwork session with Alex King-Harris, then I was talking about the talk, and this is what's in the newsletter. They're both like, oh my gosh, because they had just been in California visiting with Kevin's son, and it was his birthday, and they wanted to get him a very special book. Not just something that he'd read once, but something that would be like, this is going to be sitting on his shelf. It's something he's going to turn to every now and then throughout his lifetime. And what it ended up being was the John O'Donohue book, To Bless the Space Between Us, which admittedly is not a book I have read, but for whatever reasons, this is the book that is coming up this last week for me. So it informed my Sunday talk, and thanks to Glenn, there were a whole bunch of quotes that he pulled out of that book for me that were just, I feel like I love John O'Donohue right now, just even though I haven't read, that book, bits of Anam Cara, but anyway, so they were talking about how important and essential this book is to sort of celebrate the connection that they have as father and son, as family, and then also because they're not physically in the same space together, even on the same continent sometimes, that they get to like really lean into this space in between them. So I thought, well, you know what, this is still really coming up. And when Glenn was gathering information for me for my Sunday talk, there was a poem that he gave me by John O'Donohue. And I even came, and on the lectern, I had the poem and I had the quotes. And I'm like, poem, quotes, whatever wants to come up is going to come up. And it ended up being the quotes. So today, I brought the poem. Because this poem ties in so beautifully with this Katy Perry tune that we just heard. So I'm going to read the poem all the way through, and then I'm going to chunk it down and new thought it, okay? So it's called For a New Beginning. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. If it watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight. When your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with the energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Okay, so verse by verse. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. Ernest Holmes wrote in The Science of Mind, there is a power in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. And what many people, including my teacher, Dr. James Mellon, like to add on to it is, because you are it. So it's not something that's hidden. It's not something that we have to search for out there. It is something that exists within us all the time and is just waiting to be unleashed into the world. And the only person, the only thing that can make that happen is us. So it's always there. It's like this tiny little pilot light, this tiny little spark, or these embers that are always, always aglow, right? Never goes out. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. Well, this begins to talk about the safety of the familiar, the safety of the known, the comfort zone, if you will. And if we go back to Alan Watts from a few months ago, when there was that video that I was talking about where Alan Watts talks about how God is playing this game of, I'm so powerful that I can do this. I'm so powerful that I can do this. I'm so powerful that I can make myself experience this. I'm so powerful that I can make myself forget that I am all powerful. And then just kind of sit back and watch. I wonder how long it's going to take before I remember, right? Because that power is always there. That power is who and what we are. And that capacity to remember and embrace and embody the power that we are, it's always there. But it's almost like it's kind of hanging out, kind of going, okay, this little game of hide and seek, right? Like, how long is it going to take? It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? So even though that capacity for greatness, that incredible, amazing allness of being not only exists within us, but it's who and what we are, it's up to us to do the work to remember that that is who and what we truly are. To turn within from time to time, as often as we possibly can, and create life from that incredible, amazing kaleidoscope of potentiality, rather than sort of the grayness or the sameness of what it is that we have known up until now. Now, some of that stuff is good. Some of that stuff is life-affirming. But there are still a whole bunch of limitations, limiting beliefs and thoughts and stories. And even if they're amazing, if we continue to repeat all the stuff that has gotten us to where we are now, we're just going to continue to repeat all of the stuff that has gotten us to where we are now, when there's all of this infinite potentiality that's available to us every moment of every day. Then the delight. when your courage kindled and you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening up before you. There is something that is always ready to be unleashed within us. And when that something is sparked, whether it feels like it's coming from the outside or not, that spark is being ignited from within. It's being reignited from within because it never, ever, ever goes out. It may feel like that when life is feeling challenging, when we are surrounded by people who are driving us crazy, and when we don't know how to do something, and we focus on the I don't know how part rather than the trust. The trust that whatever I need for this to unfold is available to me. Whatever resources I require are right here, right now. I may not know who or what they are, but they're available to me. And as I open myself to trust, as I lean in and surrender, then all of the stuff that's already available is revealed because I'm opening myself up to see the potentiality of what's possible rather than the stuff that has gotten me to where I am right now. Though your destination is not clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. So the word trust is in there, right? You don't have to know all the ins and outs. You don't have to know how something is going to happen. The how, some people will say, it's up to the universe, right? It's up to our greater selves. What we want to get crystal clear on is the what. The what, and then open ourselves up to, it can happen a gazillion ways that I'm not even aware of. How many times do we want something? How many times do we desire something? And how many times do we give the universe or God or spirit, whatever it is that you want to call it, the instructions on exactly how it's supposed to unfold? And then we get disappointed when it doesn't unfold that way. And we don't even notice how maybe it unfolds in a much more interesting way. Right? If we just let that go and allow for the infinite possibilities of life to be revealed to us, oh my gosh, we open ourselves up to those infinite possibilities, right? Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. So back to the beginning, there is a power in the universe that is greater than you are, and you can use it. This incredible, amazing, divine, energetic flow, this infinite, boundless, limitless imagination that is who and what we are, it's always present. It always exists. It's always alive and well and active within us. Just sometimes we go through life and it's this glowing ember, and we have to fan those embers in order to reignite that spark that is already there. And then as we continue fanning these incredible, amazing flames of sparks and illumination, the more we remember, oh wow, I am super powerful. I actually am creating my life experience based on how I'm using my mind, how I'm opening my heart. And so that's when we start to do things and surround ourselves with people who will help to further activate our soul, to expand our mind, to open our heart. And how amazing is that? Because then not only are we doing it for ourselves, but we're doing it for everyone and everything around us, further activating and inspiring everyone and everything around us, right? So the title of my talk today is Fanning the Spark of Illumination. And when I was looking for a picture, I was actually super proud of myself when I came up with this one and was able to line up the O, the person who's doing this in the middle with the O. But I love this picture because it takes work to get that effect. Like, it just doesn't happen. The person actually has to be standing there, and these sparks are flying around and showering everyone and everything around them. That spark is always there. That light is always there. But when we intentionally direct our energy to illuminating that spark within, look at how brilliantly it shines all around us, right? Inspiring everyone and everything around us. And so it's up to us to not just remember who and what we are, but to actively embrace and embody who and what we are, to illuminate the beauty, the harmony, the wisdom of our soul so that we can continue to open up to the infinite possibilities of our life. And so that's from modern day mystic John O'Donohue, this beautiful, beautiful poem for a new beginning. And so my question to you for this week and going onward, but especially this week before we meet again for our last Elevate of 2024, what's one way that you can fan the spark of illumination within yourself? What's one thing that you can commit to? And then I want to leave you with a quote from another modern day mystic, Katy Perry. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, ah, ah, ah. You're going to leave them all in awe, awe, awe. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you, you. And now it's time to let it through. Thank you, and so it is. All right, so now it's time for some conscious conversation. So I invite you to get into groups of 4, if you can manage 4, and we'll talk for about 10 minutes, and then I will ding the meditation bowl when we're done. I did write out the poem in case anybody wanted to actually see it. So the poem is on screen if you guys are interested. All right, so I'm going to invite anyone who had anything to do with today being a super amazing, awesome success to stand. Glenn's already standing on a chair. All right, fantastic. And I know Peter's going to get up in a sec. All right, so musicians are standing. Glenn is, the tech guys are standing. The cleanup crew, the people who are going to help tidy up today are standing. Great. All right. Okay, yay. So let's let these folks know how much we appreciate and love them. We appreciate you. We love you. We fan the spark of illumination with you. All right, I'm going to invite everybody else to stand up. Or we're going to love on each other. Okay, here we go. We appreciate you. We love you. We fan the spark of illumination with you. Okay, and now find one person, maybe someone you don't know super well and see every day, and you're going to turn those we's into I's. So find your person, get ready, and here we go. I appreciate you. I love you. I fan the spark of illumination with you. Yay! And go ahead and hug it out if you like. All right, fantastic. You can go ahead and sit down. All right, so now is an opportunity in our time together to sort of, take note. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling better than you did when you walked in? Are you feeling uplifted? Are you feeling illuminated? All right. Well, this is an opportunity for you to share some of that upliftment and illumination with your generosity of spirit. So we have a few special tithing envelopes at the back there. And then for those who want to donate via e-transfer or credit card, there are also sheets of paper. If you donate via e-transfer and credit card, please still fill out a sheet of paper because it helps our treasurer keep track of who's donating what, okay? You can also scan a QR code that is on the wall over there or on the door, and that'll take you to our website, and on the website is a donate button if you want to do it that way. Anyone with a credit card, there's a credit card machine there you can just tap if you want to, okay? However it is that you are offering your love, that you are being generous with your spirit, I invite you to place your hands on your heart and let's declare this abundance affirmation together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze for just a moment as we remain steeped and infused in this gratitude that is appreciating. Feeling so blessed, feeling so grateful, knowing that as this gratitude appreciates, so does this incredible, amazing, essential love that each and every one of us is blossom and unfurl its way out into the world. And so I am so eternally grateful knowing that our time together has been this incredible opportunity to further embrace and embody the love that we all are, to build community together, and to live life more lovingly. So for all of the time that is unfolding, for every single opportunity that is yet to come, I simply say thank you for all of the generosity that is being offered right here, right now, knowing that every single aspect of it goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. So for all of the love that is present, for all of the love that is on its way, I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. All right, just a handful of announcements. Really lovely event, kind of an end-of-year event coming up on Saturday, December 21st from 1:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon. Sacred Soundscapes being facilitated by the amazing Alex King Harris, myself, and then Naomi Jason. It is going to encompass, there's going to be some Qigong, there's going to be vocalization and breath work, and there is going to be a little bit of Aramaic Jesus and desert wisdom that is going to be incorporated into that. Anytime I have ever done any of Alex's breathwork journeys, it has always been such an incredibly expansive experience. So that's happening on the afternoon of Saturday, December 21st, the darkest day of the year. Our very last event happening at VTC this year is going to be on Sunday, December 22nd. Instead of our usual celebrate, we're going to have a very sacred candlelighting and taizé service. So it will start at 10:30. We're not going to do the meditation. We're just going to launch right into the taizé service because it is music, reading, meditation. Music, reading, meditation, music, reading, meditation, again and again and again. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful service and a beautiful way to start your holiday season if you haven't started it already. Almost everyone here is a member, but if you're interested in becoming a member, I have 2 forms that were submitted today. Thank you, ladies. If you're interested in becoming a member, there are membership application forms on the table over there. We are so thrilled at how VTC is growing and blossoming and evolving, and it can only do so when our community does so together. And so if you are interested in becoming a member and you haven't already, but you feel super connected and like this is your spiritual home, then I invite you to check out a membership form and see if this is something you'd like to commit to, because we all believe in building community together. And the one important thing that a member versus a non-member can do is to vote. And that means to have a say in how this community is unfolding at our annual general meeting, which is coming up in either March or April. Okay? So we don't have that capacity yet, but thank you, Winnie. Yes, that was something we were thinking of before as well. And so for anyone watching online, if you're interested, feel free to go to the website or just email info@victoriatruthcenter.org, and then Sherry can let you know how we can get a form to you, okay? Thank you for that. All right, if you or someone you know is in need of prayer or spiritual support, please feel free to fill out one of the little forms and put it in the butterfly box. Alternatively, at any time, you can email prayers@victoriatruthcenter.org. Either way, our VTC prayer team will pray for you and or yours affirmatively. And if you aren't already signed up for the newsletter, best way to keep in touch with what is happening and when at VTC, sign up sheet on the back table. This is all the stuff that is happening this month, and there's a lot of stuff that happens on a regular basis. But some of the neat things that are happening is our last Elevate of 2024 is next Wednesday. So please come. Let's have a super amazing celebratory Elevate. The following day, Thursday the 19th, Anne-Marie Hogya with her final 5 Rhythms Revival Ecstatic Dance happening here for the year. And then what else? Sacred Soundscapes, already talked about that. We have our third Sunday's monthly healing circle happening this Sunday. And then I already mentioned the candle lighting and Taizé service on the 22nd. Community announcements. Is there something that someone in the community is presenting or involved in, like you are offering it, that you would like our community to know about? Glenn, come on up. Oh, you have two things that you could actually mention. Yep.
Check, 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 check. Is it on? Okay. Hello, I'm Glenn. And first of all, I would like to channel Linda Kane, who's one of our members, who asked on Facebook tonight if anyone's available tomorrow between 4 and 7 to help bag up the stockings at Extreme Outreach Society. So anytime between 4 and 7, so if you want to come at like 4:30 to 6 or whatever, between those hours, it'd be great. Helpers needed. It's 284 Helmkin Road at Old Island Highway, and it'd be much appreciated. So that's announcement 1. Number 2, I failed to bring my sign-up sheet for, I'll have it ready very soon, for the book discussion group for the book, The Four Agreements, the Don Miguel Ruiz, very short, very pivotal book. It's really very good book to study and just put into practice in your life. Probably about 5 Saturdays, starting the second Saturday of next month, and probably around 3 o'clock till 4:30 or 5 maybe. Just don't want to be too dark because people don't want to come when it's dark. But
Here, right? Here.
in this place, not on Zoom. So it'll be fun if anyone's interested. And I'm saying it online, so, you know, you have to come to Victoria if you want to participate, though. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, okay, so that is it. I'm going to invite everybody to stand for our final tune and invite our Elevate Trio back up to the stage.
Okay, here we go. 1. We'll do a little. We'll get you going and see if we can get your feet going and your hands. All right. You can just imagine that you have a little bass drum on your foot. Okay. And sing lustily, sing freely, sing loud. Here we go. I could use a little more in the house, Jamie. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. Spirit gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. 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 Whoa,
Woo! The Elevate Trio, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums, VTC Community Choir in the seats and online. Thank you for joining us for another Elevate Wednesday at the Victoria Truth Center. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Thanks, gentlemen.